And good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning at 7:35. I took a break yesterday. Didn't do a whole lot. It's been raining, which always, happens when you go camping. And so yesterday, Chris was off. Of course, no water yesterday. Um, we went to Walmart for something, and then, ended up doing some shopping that we didn't need to do. And we went to go to, breakfast, lunch. And there's a new IHOP over here in Brooksville, or pretty new, last couple of years. And we always liked IHOP. So we walk in, and immediately there's a woman dragging two screaming kids, like 4 years old, 5 years old, into the women's bathroom, which is right there by the door. So we're waiting and waiting and waiting to be seated, and we're listening to this screaming. You know what? I believed in when my kids did that when they were young. I took them out of the building as to respect everybody else, but no. So anyhow, when the hostess finally decided that she needed to stop her conversation about nothing and come seat us, and my husband asked her, "Can you please seat us away from the people with the children?" She copped an attitude with my husband, and she says, "Well, they're in the bathroom now." What did that little bitch do? Walked over. Now the place is full of empty tables, to the first table near the bathrooms, and threw the menus on the table and kept walking. My husband looked at me, and I looked at him, and we both did an about facing out the door we went. It was like we were putting her out for her to have to do her damn job. My husband and I, when we go somewhere, we get good service, and we're good tippers. Actually, sometimes my husband is too good of a tipper. I just, the whole air of the place when we walked in, I was like, this ain't going to work for me. I knew it. But I didn't say anything. I just stood there next to my husband, and I let him handle the situation. So, when he kicks in and takes over, it's not good. So anyhow, we left there and went and found a breakfast station. And I don't know if you guys have them everywhere you're at, but we have them here in Florida, and it seems like several everywhere we go. And their food is just phenomenal. Their prices are great. I mean, if you walk out of there hungry, yeah. I brought mine home. I had a skillet steak and a steak with green peppers and mushrooms and onions and hash browns, the chunky, kind of potatoes. So that's not hash browns. It's whatever you call them, anyhow. And home fries. Brain this morning, and then on top of it, you got eggs. So I got 2 eggs scrambled, which let me tell you, I could only eat a little bit of it. So I brought it home. Chris ate it last night. That was excellent. I mean, because they cook it all right there on like one of them little skillets like they have at Chili's when they come out, sizzle, sizzle. Yeah. And then I had a side of sour cream. Oh, it was good. It was good. So, yeah, that was a delightful experience there. And we left and came back, because the weather is crappy, but it's that time of year. And always, when you go camping, it's always going to rain. The only thing about the rain, I don't mind the rain because we've got canopies and whatever, we can go outside. It's just, it stirs up, and my allergies are really out of control. But it stirs up everything. You would think it would wash it out of the air, but it doesn't. Excuse me, this morning. It just, makes it worse. So, yeah, I've done everything I can do. Just this side of wallpaper in the bathroom, which I'm going to do, and I haven't decided if I'm going to take on that project while we're here yet or not. So I've cleaned everything I can clean 100 times over. And I think I'll give Shit Dog a bath today. Because I don't know, for some reason, he thinks he needs to scratch a lot. And then he gets his skin torn. And then I got to treat him. And at least we got the back better. So we're not dealing with that. Now it's like his, I don't know what they call him on a dog, his little hips or thighs or whatever the hell they are. So yeah, I'm going to probably do that. And probably go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or somewhere to find something to do. Or maybe I'll just go get some different word search. I love to do word search books. But I like them to be real difficult, you know, with words that have like 900 letters in them. But I like to really do the number ones. And I don't have not one that's a number word search. So I'm going to go out and see if I can find one. If not, they have them on Amazon. But that won't get it here today. So, yeah, I like to do Sudoku too. I got a couple of those. If you don't know what it is, I'm sure everybody knows what it is. That's a numbers thing too, where you got to figure out where they all go. But yeah, yesterday with, you know, being inside all day, it's a good thing I had them. Because there's not a whole lot of anything left in here I can clean. So, I mean, even the bed is made this time of morning. Usually I'll go and waddle my little fat ass in there after I've had my coffee. But yeah, it's done. Dishes are done. Got up, made hubby sausage and eggs and toast for breakfast, and gave him his lunch, and off he went. And so yeah, and I've got nothing to complain about other than the restaurant incident. Our neighbors are gone. They finally pulled out. And the traveling nurse that comes here a lot, she got in here Tuesday. Might have been yesterday. So it's nice and quiet here. So, oh, and a really nice thing, we talked when the owners came over the other day and we met her. She's such a sweet woman. Anyhow, we got the history of the place, you know, and but we were talking to her, you know, and telling her that eventually we would be looking for property, and we just weren't quite sure what we were going to do if the house sold before we found what we were looking for. Not an issue. Not an issue. She said they would be more than happy for us to come here while we search for property, which is wonderful. And they also gave us a special offer for the month of August. And if we want to come for the whole month, then I think if we can fit that in, we might. So, yeah, the people that own this place, I haven't known them very long, but I'll tell you what, they're those perfect example of down-home Southern hospitality. And that's what it's all about. So, yeah, we had a real nice chat. So, yeah. But, yeah, I got a little bit of history on the place. It used to belong to her daddy in the big pole barn that was built for her to get married under. Yeah, there's history on this property, you know. Excuse me. So, and there's a huge mound of dirt. Huge mound. Which is unusual for Florida to have like a hill in the middle of nowhere. And Chris asked if that's how the pond became, if that's where the dirt went, and it was. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. There's, you know, some older RVs here that have been abandoned. And, you know, it's all history. It's all Florida. And it's beautiful here. So, And I told her, you know, I offered my assistance if they ever got real busy because it's just him and her and needed some help, that I do have experience in working the campground and the campground life. So, never know. It might be my next new job whenever. So, yeah, it's just so quiet this morning. Shit dog's laying down here. He's been quiet. Yeah. I took him out earlier. But yeah, you know, the trip has been great without any issues. Well, I got pissed off at my husband for a good reason. And he wanted to argue the point until I proved the point to him, you know, with evidence kind of thing. It wasn't just my opinion. So he had to eat some shit. He should know me by now. You know, I'm not going to sugarcoat. I'm not going to give him a bullshit story. I'm not going to emphasize on things so I get my way. Because when I want my way, I just take it. But yeah. Yeah. Had to do with the phones. You know, I told you anything that fucking plugs in or has batteries or, yeah. Yeah. He didn't want to believe the story. I told him about it. And so he wanted to cart. That's where else we went yesterday. He wanted to cart his ass to the phone store with me when I went yesterday. I was not going to tell him no. Because I wanted to him to hear out of the fucking horse's mouth that what I had told him was true. And he found it out. And, yeah, that's okay. I'm done with it. You know, I made my point, and sometimes I don't know if, and I'm not picking on him, but that's just one of the examples. So when you get older, you know what you're talking about. You absolutely know it's gospel. And you've got somebody trying to tell you you're wrong, that you're definitely wrong, and you don't know what you're talking about. And I just wonder sometimes, is it because I'm getting old? Or is it that male thing, you know? Well, they're always right, and we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. I haven't quite figured that one out with him yet. Then he hates it when he finds out, oh shit, you know, she was right. And I don't do it because I'm right or to make my points. It's just, if I got something and we're talking and there's something going on or something's happened or whatever, and I'm telling you and you know that I don't have any reason to bullshit you and you know I'm not lying to you, why do you got to give me such a hard flipping time over it? You know, and then to turn around to have to eat shit because you can't just say I disagree. There's a big fucking performance going on and doors getting slammed and really? You know, and you sit there and you watch all that bullshit of somebody trying to make a point that you're wrong, whether it's because you're getting old or they think you're old or because you're a woman. I find that a lot. You know, why they got to go through all that drama stuff? And then they wonder why you want to punch them in the head. So, yeah, that's been probably, other than when we got here, the most exciting thing that happened. And, yeah, he acted like a child and acted like a child. So, that's over and done with, and everything's good. And he's gone to where this camera, I feel like it's making my chin look weird. Well, it's just my chin, I guess. It's weird. So, yeah, I'm going to finish my coffee and take my pills. My stomach isn't, well, my non-stomach, the stomach I don't have, is not good this morning. It's a little queasy, and I'm just sitting here looking at those pills thinking, oh, I don't want to do that. I have to. I know that, but yeah, it's a weird feeling to explain when you don't have a stomach, because everybody's like, well, how do you get nauseated? How do you get sick? How do you... When I get nauseated, and I do, it's like 100 times worse than it was when I had my stomach. And when I get sick, it's even worse because I don't have that force to get it back out. You know, so you kind of sit there with it like stuck, and yeah. But again, you know, if that's one of the small prices I have to pay for still being here, okay. Okay. I learned to deal with it, and I have anti-nausea medicines that I could be taking that are fast acting immediately, because when I get nauseated, it gets real intense. But again, I don't like to take stuff if I don't have to. You know, and I know the old adage, well, if you're in pain and you have pain medicine, take it, or take... I'll deal with it as long as I can. Anyhow, you know, I'm not going to punish myself, but I just keep looking down at this pile of pills and vitamins that I have to, and it's the worst is the vitamins because they're so big, and not ready to put that in my mouth yet. Looks like the sun's coming out, but it's pretty overcast. It's supposed to rain all day today. Yesterday it rained all day. Today it's supposed to rain all day, so I suppose I'll get my butt out of here in a little bit when the stores are open. It's going on 8 o'clock, so about 30, 40. If I can even get out, I don't know. I don't know if the water has drained off the road coming in or not, but there's some big holes. I know where they're at pretty much, but you know, you never know in a heavy rain. Could be a lot deeper than it looks. Which is okay if I get stuck. I just call AAA and say, you know, come pick my ass up out of this hole. But, you know, it's the weight. And if they feel you're important enough, you know, to put you at the top of the list. And, well, I would think if you got broke down in that driveway, it would be very important because there's no way to get around you. That road is just wide enough if you're a good driver to get the RV through. Yeah, you cannot put two cars, not one coming and one going on that road. It won't work. So, yeah. So, I'll decide all that. I might get in the car and go around the corner and get ready to go down the road and say, not today. We'll see. It's going to be a good day no matter what. I might do some cooking when I get back. And yeah, I'd like to bake, but my oven is a convection oven. And I'm used to, you know, cooking in a regular oven or a toaster oven, or I'm not quite sure how. It's a microwave convection oven, and it's pretty cool because it's got, you know, metal racks that you put in there when you're using the convection oven, which is kind of weird to me, put metal in a microwave. So I'll have to learn how to master that so I can bake, because when this becomes my permanent home, that's going to be my oven. But I love cooking on gas. Oh my God, it's fast. It's right now. It's not like electric, which comes on and goes off and comes on and goes off. And just when shit starts sizzling good, yeah, then it goes off. Wow, I look like my face is all swollen this morning. I don't know what's up with that. I don't care. It probably is. My allergies, I could just feel this stuff running through my head. And yesterday I had to take, well, I always have to take more than a normal person because I don't absorb things. But I took, for a leave, only 220 milligrams, normal person. Anybody can take that. Because I have one of those, you know, behind the scenes allergy, you know, headache, but not bad enough to be miserable. It's just there. But I need to get used to this. I have minimum or maximum, however you want to look at it, 1 year to get used to being outside more than inside, which is okay with me. I'm so excited about that thought. If I had my way, I'd never go home again. I'd go back, grab a few things, sell the rest of it, and be done. I'm quite happy right here, like this, with what I have. I have a few clothes, some shoes, a bit of jewelry, hair dryer. That's the main thing. It's my hair dryer. I'm good. If somebody said I could never go home, I would be sad. But you know what? I'm good like this. I have no complaints at all. What's that stuff flash behind me? I don't know. Oh, I see what it is. It's a TV reflected in the window behind me. So yeah, I've got all my orders done, everything ready for the market. I got, I don't know if I showed you guys, my friend wanted me to do the logo on her. You probably can't see it because of this. But it says the Flame Barn, a self-care and candle company. Oh, her work is beautiful. But yeah, she thought they were burlap, little quick like candles. They're a little drawstring kind of bag. And I know there you go. It's a little better. That she wants to put her candles because her stuff is beautiful. I've made candles and soaps and things like that before. And yeah, she's given me some ideas for gifts, that I can make. Certainly wouldn't take her business away from her at all. Of course, her work is so exquisite. There's no way, she does like steins with beer in them with the foam and everything. Cookies look perfect on candle. I couldn't do that. I just couldn't. But yeah, so I'm all caught up. I got some printed out some. There goes my brain. Oh God, I hate this. Some sublimation prints for another woman there, her granddaughter up in Kentucky. She's getting ready to go back home. She's only down here in the winter. And her granddaughter wants to do something, and she's not sure if she wants to do the ink or if she wants to do the vinyl or whatever. So I put her a little packet of things to take to her granddaughter to try out, to see what she's going to like. I think if you do it, you need to do both. Because then with vinyl, boat numbers and things on cars. And I mean, it's just endless what you can do with the vinyl if you have a cutter. And sublimation too, if you know how to do it. Then you have the right equipment. But yeah, I'm all caught up on all that stuff. I've got some aprons over there that need to be picked up. And I think that's it. So, and this is a long weekend for us because we will be Saturday, Sunday at our regular place, and then we're going to Webster on Monday. So, that's supposed to be screaming busy place over there on the holidays. So we'll see what happens there. And husband's going, so I don't have to worry about the creepy old man. So anyhow, guys. Oh, sorry. I don't want to keep you hanging too long. Don't really have a whole lot of anything to report. However, I'm getting ready to go out, so you know how that goes. I might have something when I get back. I'm hoping not. So I'm going to get off of here. Have a wonderful morning. Enjoy your breakfast. Hug and kiss everybody that's leaving your house today. And have just a beautiful morning. Do something for you. I'll see you in a bit. Thanks for stopping.